What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're diving into what I feel is, spoiler alert, I feel like it's a carbon copy of what it's cloning. We are talking about from Paris Corner in their Kaheela line. This is Kaheela Platinum, and I'm sure you saw the thumbnail. It is cloning, like, spot on in my opinion. Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Beau. This is the Eau de Toilette, the simplistic fragrance that's just the joy of a sweet tropical fresh fragrance. This is pretty much the same thing, and we're going to talk about it a little bit further, so stay tuned. So before we jump into the review, Aroma Concepts did send this my way. I recently did a Paris Corner fragrance haul. This was one of the 5 fragrances that they sent my way, and it's the one I have fallen in love with. I've been wearing this one. I've worn it like 4 or 5 times, counting out the shower wearings, casual daytime wearings. As we record this, it's my scent of the day. I have 5 sprays going around my neck. So thank you, Aroma Concepts, for sending this my way. Now, let's get into this review / comparison. So I'll have the notes on screen. It's the exact same note breakdown. It's a top of bergamot, a heart of coconut, a base of tonka bean. And when I say the quality comes across as identical here, I mean it. Like, it's a carbon copy. The wearing experience, the scent profile, and we'll talk about performance in a little bit, but the wearing experience and scent profile, the way it develops, the quality of the oils, I feel like this is one of the more accurate clones I've ever tested. This is the real deal. Now look, you can find this. This is a 4.2 ounce bottle. This is a bigger bottle than this, don't get me wrong, because this is a... forgot the exact size bottle, which we didn't cover the box. I guess we'll look at it real quick. 2.87. It's an 85 ml, but it's a pretty nice box that it comes in. Pull-out style, so pretty solid presentation. So it is less juice for the money, but this is $43 at retail from Aroma Concepts, and when you use the 10% code down below, it's right under 40 bucks. You can call it $39 basically. To get this, it is less juice, but this is around $70 to $80 from discounters for the 4.2 ounce. Yes, it's a smaller bottle, 125 ml versus 85 ml. I get that. But it's $30 to $40 cheaper, depending on where you find it, to get this one. It's the same scent profile. Now, look, I get it. If some are going to want to say, for 30, 40 bucks more, I'm just going to get the original, get the bigger bottle. I get it. I love this fragrance. I've talked about it quite a bit in the last several weeks and last few months, really. But this has been an absolute joy to wear. I feel like I'm spraying this. It's the same juice in a different bottle is 100% how I feel when I spray it. So if you'd like to save a decent amount of money, not just $5 or $10, to get the same damn wearing experience and scent, Paris Corner nailed it. They really did. They freaking nailed it. I'm very much impressed by this. Now let's get into performance. Now when it comes to performance, some of you have heard me talk about how this is, like a baby beast in many ways. Like, I get really good longevity, but it's not super loud. Like, I always get in that 6 to 8 hour range, more 7, 8 hour range in longevity with Le Beau. It's pretty much been the same thing here. 6 to 8 hours every time I wear it, more in that 7 to 8 hour range. Longevity is pretty much spot on. Projection is about the same, hour and a half, average type of stuff, not super strong. Then it starts to sit pretty close to the skin with a moderate to mild sillage, which is, you'll get light whiffs of it for the duration after the projection calms down. It's literally, I go back to it, the same wearing experience. Like, I'm very impressed. I've never had this accurate of a clone before with any of the clone houses I've dealt with, whether major, Middle Eastern, small independent here in the US, you name it. I don't think I've ever had a more accurate experience between 2 fragrances. I really feel like if you were to put that teal dye into this, it's the same juice. I'm blown away by how accurate it is. So performance across the board, above average longevity, average projection, average sillage. It's Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Beau Eau de Toilette on my skin. So final thoughts on Paris Corner's Kaheela Platinum. I'm very much impressed. I'm very much impressed. I really am. This is a solid pickup. It's so good too. God, it's so good. It's been on my skin for hours. What time? It's 6:46 p.m. Mountain Time as I'm talking about this right now in the moment. I sprayed it on about 2 o'clock today, so it's been on my skin for almost 5 hours. If I do this, it comes off on my hand, and I can lightly smell it on my hand. So Not getting huge whiffs, light little whiffs here and there when I make certain moves, but it's the same fragrance, guys. So I go back to, if you just want to have the original, I get it. It's not crazy. It's not $100 more to get the original. It's 30 to 40 bucks depending on where you get it online to get it. But if you want to save the money, this is an even better affordable clone than I would say Emir Cedrat Essence is from Insera Cedrat Boisé, which I found that to be a great $30 cheap clone that's not near as accurate as this is to Le Beau. And that one was great from Paris Corner. They did a really good job with that one. The difference with that one is it's more sharp citrus, less fruity sweetness, and more clean musk in the dry. Now, like, there's differences. It's the same, but not carbon copy. This is a carbon copy, and for that, I am super impressed with this one. It has been a joy to wear. I think it's great at an 8 out of 10. This is definitely an 8 out of 10 fragrance, which is what I rate this. They're 8 out of 10 fragrances. It's literally the same. Like I said, this is, I might even put Le Beau edt Killer in the thumbnail or something, because viewers love that kind of shit, because it really is. I'm impressed. Well, thank you once again to Aroma Concepts for sending this my way. I will get plenty of wear out of this one, especially as we move into the warmer months. Because if anything, it allows me the opportunity to preserve this. I can preserve this. I have 2 bottles of this fragrance is how I look at this now, because it's that close. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. So I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. I know this is, like, the way I came across in this video is a little different from usual, because I'm very surprised. Most clones get really close. This might be the only one I've ever felt really nailed it, and it's like pouring, like they poured the juice in a different bottle before adding the color dye, because that's not a natural juice color, you know what I mean? They color it that way for those that don't know, because believe it or not, there's some people that would think that that's not colored dye. So they dye the juice that color. Like, if you were to not dye the juice this color and pour the clear perfume oil and alcohol into a bottle, here you go. It's that accurate. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on Kaheela Platinum and you give it a spray now, I'm extremely confident you'll thank me later if you want to get this for even less money. Have a good one, guys.